got 300 plus sit-ups in 10 minutes. Uh, First, I'm going to stretch and warm up, then I'm going to roll up. Right? That's going to take like 20 to 30 minutes or so. But it's important to do that so we can do the same thing tomorrow. Right? I work on my core every day. However, my I do work on my arms every other day and my whatchamacallit. All right. All right, bet. So I had to just post it on my other social media. So first I'm gonna warm up, stretch, roll out, and then I'm gonna pretty much do that. I'm gonna do that within like I want to say 15 to 30 minutes, and then we got the challenge: 300 plus push-ups. I mean sit-ups. 300 plus sit-ups in 10 minutes. So let me hurry up and get started. My bad for taking long. So the reason why it's important to stretch every day and warm up is so you can stay flexible and do the same shit the next day, but level up the intensity, right? Because I don't really take breaks when it comes to my core, right? But I alternate, between arm and leg days. So, but my core, I always work on my core every day though. This same minor is small, like it honestly used to be annoying when I first started warming up and stretching consistently. But if you do it every day, you'll see a difference. We only on day 7. I've been doing this shit for more, like I've been doing this shit for way longer than 7 days. What we keeping track of is the live streams. But I've been an athlete my whole life, so that's how I'm maybe even start. That's how I'm even. That's how I'm even able to start off with such intensity. It's not really intense for me, really, to be honest with you. I should be at like 700, but I'm building up to it. I'm gonna pick up some new hobbies too and break some world records. If I can. It's no if I can, but if I put my mind to it, like I'm gonna break a few Guinness World Records when it comes to like working out and shit, calisthenics. But then I'm gonna pick up another hobby. You know what I'm saying? And just live stream that shit. Cause everybody that's doing little Guinness World Records, like some people, they not even recording that shit. And if it is, it's half-assed. But just trying to influence people in a positive way without having to like talk too much. You get what I'm saying? Because once I start talking, that'll lead into something. Like I can talk for days. So it's just a way to express myself without being vulnerable. And I always feel better after you work out. You feel better. By the way, I left my speaker and shit home, and my other phones is dead. So pretty much no music, just locking in. I'm gonna try to finish fast. To be honest with y'all, the music really for y'all. I don't even really need the music for real. But some people like hearing music and shit while they watching videos. That's why movies you hear background music, just to get y'all more tuned in, subconsciously, right? But this shit, what I'm doing, you gotta do it even when you don't feel like it. So, if you need music to work out, then you basing your workouts off of feelings. You just need to do it and just be consistent. That's if you want to stay loose and stay fit and stay flexible. All right. Like, for example, I used to have I worked on computers, like technical shit my whole life. And I played basketball, right? So I had carpal tunnel for like 1 to 2 years. I was going to get the carpal tunnel surgery, but what happened was this. I started stretching every day and doing some of the warm-ups y'all see me doing, and just stay patient. I was wearing my the little brace almost every day in the beginning, and then I became dependent on that, right? So then I only started wearing it at nighttime or when I'm on the computer, right? So eventually I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I started looking into like how muscles grow. Obviously I already knew that, but I started being more like looking at it from a scientific standpoint, right? Our muscles and skin and all of that growth from calluses building up or your muscles building up, right? Or your ligaments getting stronger. So what I was like, okay, how the fuck could I strengthen, what's causing all of this shit? So then I started looking at workouts that target that, right? These was the same workouts and warm-ups that, quote unquote, was supposed to trigger the carpal tunnel. But after a while, it strengthened it. It made it whereas though my wrist was stronger, than it was previously. So then I never wear the brace now, ever. I don't even like doing shit like that. I don't like becoming dependent on shit. So the workouts I did was like pull-ups, push-ups. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta ease your way into the pull-ups. Like what I did with the pull-ups is I had got these little hooks and shit that you can get from Amazon, and they help you. It takes some weight off your wrist. And then you want to gradually get off of that and use resistance bands with the pull-ups. And then once you get comfortable with that, then you remove every assistance and you just do the push-ups. You just do the sit-ups. So I also did these like wrist rotations and shit. That shit help. It all seemed minor, bro, but it helped over time. Also, I ain't gonna lie, when I do, the last time I did like a regular push-up, just scrape my hands on the ground, that position triggered the carpal tunnel again, so I stay away from that. But I do the push-ups at an angle now. So when I'm doing like incline or decline, it never triggers it. So that's what I do now. So to make up for that, instead of doing, let's say, to make up for that, what happens is I just do more. So let's say if I was supposed to do 300 push-ups, I'll do like 500 or 600, just to make up for that, to convert that, you get what I'm saying, that temporary limitation, into like almost an ability, you get what I'm saying? So that shit it's just like walking barefoot. You're gonna build that callus around whatever. Your body is gonna protect you from what you're facing. It's just like walking barefoot. You like developing calluses from that. But your body would do that with your like your ligaments and your muscles and shit around, you know, around that. Well, at least for me, I'm not giving no fucking claims or nothing. For me, when I worked out, when I warmed up and worked out my wrist consistently, what happened was I didn't have the symptoms of carpal tunnel no more. Me personally, I'm not making no claims. So, also I stretch my fingers every day. Y'all gonna see this shit, so that's what I did too. But yeah, you just gotta like keep going. Alright. Now next we got shoulders. And I'm doing all these warm-ups like because your muscles is like a rubber band. Have you ever tried to stretch a stale rubber band? And you know, most likely pop. So warming it up helps. So you won't, you know, tear the muscles. The same way you would tear a rubber band. So I usually do 50 of everything. Inverted after. I always thought this would look stupid on live. But I be saying people doing this, do stupid shit online. Like, I ain't gonna be talking too much, but, you know, like like a lot of live streamers, they're not adding nothing valuable in the world. I can't get online and be a clown. I can't even be a clown when I'm by myself. Now, I love comedy and shit. I love laughing every day. But I'm not gonna make myself look stupid. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about I can't do nothing without adding value. You get what I'm saying? That's just me. Maybe it's because I'm a Capricorn. Maybe it's because where I know how I was raised and shit. I don't know, but I always had to like perform. And I be down if I won't perform like a clown. I won't perform like a fucking somebody that's progressing, or like a professional. But the live video is so the people can see you naturally progressing live. That's the only reason why I'm doing live. I can't really talk to a fucking camera like that without feeling weird. It's just stupid. And I actually don't even give a fuck if nobody looking. Cause like once I had kids and shit, right? I'ma just put them up on game of all this shit I was doing when they wasn't on Earth. So I can just like I got like 300 videos on this channel that's all private. Just because I don't like sharing shit like that. But yeah, I can just private everything and just only make unlisted lives where I'm just recording myself. So I don't got, you know, reteach. But that's just how I think. Alright, so I did the arms. Now I'm gonna warm up my legs, so. I might run like 5 miles after this. Cause I was gonna go to this Ethiopian restaurant, right? The reason why I eat Ethiopian food It's cause like when I'm fasting or I don't feel like eating fish, they got the best vegetarian food because of the spices. You won't even, cause I noticed people don't really like meat. They like spices. They like flavor, you know. So I fuck with that. I don't even miss a beat when I'm fasting or when I'm not eating fish. But I might run to that restaurant instead of driving it. And I might live stream it, I don't know. What we got? Oh. This part used to be like just stretching. That used to be annoying to me. All this warming up shit. I used to just go running and just be warm. But I like warming up now. I got like 5 to 10 more minutes of stretching, and I'm done stretching. Cause don't forget, I gotta run 5 miles after I do the 300 plus sit-ups in 10 minutes. So So stretching is important. Alright. I did that. I be online sometimes, like, let's say if it's 2 a.m. and I'm up and I'm just scrolling and shit, I see the dumbest shit. It had like 400,000 views. I'm like, yo, how the fuck this even got this many views? This was the dumbest shit I ever seen. That's why I started live streaming. Cause I'm like, if motherfuckers out here doing the dumbest shit, getting 400,000 fucking likes. I'm not talking about views. I'm thinking in my head, like, imagine if you're adding value. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I prefer to just be behind the scenes. I don't even be online like that. Like, I be on the other part of the line. You get what I'm saying? Where you're focusing on business and running ads to consumers, you know? So I'm on a part of the line where y'all are shopping and shit, right? Well, previously that's what would be happening, right? But that's until I started going live and shit. Now I'm on like both. However, with the consumer part of the line, right? And you're not focused on socially being social, like on these social networks. It don't matter what moves you're making, how much wealth you think you, like far as the resources you think you have. If you don't have a social presence or don't have social proof, everybody gonna try to question like, who are you? Who are you? That shit get annoying. So life will be good as far as business wise, because you're not sharing your business with others. But as far as your social life, that would decline if you don't have like social presence. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're an American. Even if you're not American. Alright, so I'm gonna finish up this stretching. It's just up, they fucked up. I'm not even gonna say dead. People was influenced by how modern society is. So now we more global now. We're not really like domestic. You know what I'm saying? Or national. We're more like international now. That's what they're pushing. So why go against the grain and cause friction? Right? Like I said, I just can't get on here and start clowning though. I'm almost finished. I just got my ankles and I'm gonna roll out and we're gonna go to the sit-up. And it's only day 7, so for everybody like, yo, he's stiff. Like, this is day 7, calm down. This is just to motivate y'all to get in the gym. Because myself, I could start just at 1,000 a day without stretching day 1. But like I said, people like to see the journey. They like to see you build up this shit. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Plus it's more healthier. So not only for people, but it's more healthier if you scale gradually. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back to doing 1,000 plus without stopping. Straight. But you gotta train for that. You get what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna start doing 1,000 push-ups plus straight without stopping. So I'm gonna break some records. So I'm gonna try to break some records. Probably travel to different popular locations that's already getting hella traction. Like for example, I'm not too hype about the Egyptian pyramids, but I would, just to pretty much, put myself in front of where everybody already be searching for as tourist attractions. Unbiasedly, I would just travel to them places, and then people look up places before they travel. So if I'm there, pretty much doing my thing, that'll get me more traffic to what I'm doing, more eyes on what I'm doing, right? So that it'll motivate other people to work out and shit like that. Or break barriers and shit. It's not even really just working out. Whatever you're doing, try to exhaust yourself in a healthy way so that you can push the limits in whatever industry that is. You know what I'm saying? Without causing resistance or stepping on anybody else's toes. This is just a way I can motivate other people without really doing too much in the world, like far as causing friction. You know what I'm saying? Because what I really specialize in, my gifts is more so like knowledge based or knowing based, right? So the way the world works, you can't really be in the world expressing your mind freely without causing too much friction, right? So I'm learning how to do that, how to exalt myself without being vulnerable in the world or without causing friction with others. You get what I'm saying? And working out was one of the healthier ways of doing that. I could even drop videos without even talking, and people would just look at my body language, and motherfuckers would be in other countries, right? And then that'll get that audience. Let's say these videos blow up, right? I don't speak Chinese, right? But if I don't talk in my videos and I'm just working out while I'm just doing whatever I'm doing, that'll be a way that I communicate with others without really influencing them based on a bias, right? And that's what would happen if I like talking shit and share my knowledge on the world. But I'm learning how to do that in a healthy way without without offending other people or causing friction in the world. And I'm gonna figure out other ways to do that shit too. You get what I'm saying? Working out is just not pretty much everything I do that anyway. Period. Right? It's just turning the camera on when I do these things. Like for example, I fast every day, 365 days a year. Right? That's just me naturally. But, me turning on the camera and showing that, right? Even if that informs one person to do that, that's literally a real life you helped. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm gonna stretch my calves and my fingers, and I'm done. I'm gonna start rolling out, and then I'm gonna do these sit-ups and shit. For everybody that play basketball Other sports, you gotta use your feet a lot. You wanna make sure you stretching your fucking every toe, literally, because you wanna pretty much be able to like prevent. I'm not even gonna say prevent, but it's just a way to be precautious when it comes to like arthritis and stuff. You get what I'm saying? When you like 70 or 80. So if you start doing that shit at like 20, 30, 35, 40, you'll be flexible when you get older. Even if you're doing this shit for a few minutes every day. So what y'all see me doing right now, I'm stretching my thumb and then my toe thumb. You get what I'm saying? My big toe, pretty much. So to kill time, I'm just doing both at the same time. Then when I stretch my index finger, I'm doing the same thing with my index toe. When y'all see me my hand like this, it's stretching my wrist. I'm not on no weird shit. So yeah. Alright. So we stretched out. I did that. Let me see. Anything else? I'm just trying to make sure it's not. Oh, I got one more thing. Alright. Now it's time to roll up. Alright. If there's any dudes watching, no, I'm not even gonna get personal. Fuck it. I was about to start yapping. But pretty much y'all gotta get in the gym. It's not about competing really. It's like track. Like just compete and do your best timing, right? But eventually I'm gonna start challenging everybody. I'm gonna be going different places, betting people $100, $300, however much, you get what I'm saying? And if they beat me, and whatever that is, like, let's say if it's push-ups, if it's sit-ups, but all endurance stuff. Not nothing where it's like it's easy. You get what I'm saying? And then I'll try to record that live. That'll be fun though. So what I'm doing is just flattening out my muscles. What I'm assuming is that your muscles have like little, they be tight. So when you're rolling out, right, it just flattens them out. I usually do each side of my body. So for example, I'll do my left leg, right leg, then both legs. And I'll do the same thing with my back, my right part of my back, middle, and then fucking the left part of my back. Right now I'm doing the butt area. And I'm gonna do the hips. But this help you, this all is annoying. Like if you used to just hooping 8 hours, 4 hours, 4 to 8 hours, this is annoying. Like you wanna just hoop or you wanna just do whatever sport you wanna do, right? But to prevent waking up sore the next day, so you can do it again, that's when like certain rehabilitation exercises or things you can do to rehabilitate yourself. Alright, now I got my hip ready. And like I said, I might be stiff right now, right? But in like 3, 4, 5 months from now, y'all gonna be able to look back at this video and like, yo, this nigga got hella flexible. Or instead of just doing 500 sit-ups in 10 minutes, he could do 1,000, right? You're gonna see the growth. And then you're like, oh, okay, you know. Now, I'm not even talking about social media growth. Because right now, probably a few of y'all watching and shit. But, y'all gonna be, but for that social media growth, y'all gonna see ability growth. Like, my ability to fucking push myself to the limit. The ability to fucking talk on the camera. Eventually, you're gonna be able to talk without cussing. Now, I cuss moderately because I'm misunderstood. So instead of saying a full sentence, sometimes I cuss to help people understand what I'm saying without saying a full sentence, if y'all understand linguistics, right? But eventually I'm gonna be able to just not cuss no more. Just like I'm going live right now. Before this, I wasn't going live, I was just pre-recording shit. Now I'm live every day. But I'm going live for social reasons though. Oh, I gotta do my hip, right? Because I'm tired of introducing myself to people. You get what I'm saying? Even with females, like, you get tired of going on dates and introducing yourself. You know? So I was like in a long-term relationship that pretty much I outgrew or whatever. And what happened was, once I got out of that, I noticed people was exchanging, instead of exchanging numbers, people was exchanging social media, like, oh, let me get your Instagram. Now, I'm a direct person, and I'm not an old head. I'm 31, right? So, I'm still young, so I'm thinking, like, I'm direct. Like, I be wanting people's number. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get with that whole social media thing at first. Because I'm so used to making moves offline or being behind the scenes. But now I see why people do the social media thing. Because they can see a person's lifestyle and how they living before they actually figure out, before they decide that they actually want to go on a date with them. They can be like, oh, okay, me and this person got this thing in common. You know, they can see how active somebody is. So I get that now, cause I can just by me looking at somebody's social media, my mind is expansive. So, and that's the reason why I didn't post. Cause if I could do a lot of if I could figure out a lot about somebody just about what they post. That's the main reason why I didn't post, because I'm more of a private person. I'm more like I got my own circle, my own family, don't need the validation of the world type of person. And that's why I'm on live now doing workouts, right? Because even if it was 100,000 people in here, I wouldn't get nothing out of it. So working out, I can see my progress. Like yesterday I did 300, 400 steps, right? In 10 minutes. But if I do 700 a day in 10 minutes, I can see that progress. And I know it's real. The social media shit, I don't know if it's all real. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I chose to start this shit with just working out. Cause it's something everybody do. So it's a broad audience. And I'm gonna be expanding, like, this not gonna be a business account, it's a personal account. So, you know, I'm gonna be expanding. It's not gonna be a niche-based channel. Like everything I do that I want to share, that is relatable to humanity, I'll just share that, especially if it's unbiased and it won't cause no friction. So the next thing I'm gonna do, you know, is focus on teaching everybody about credibility. Not just like credit scores in America, but overall how to build credibility. And that's when we're gonna branch into financing or power, right? Financing, yeah, I am gonna be talking about getting your credit score up to 850 so that you could get the funds you need to start the business or invest what you need, right? But on top of that, I am going to talk about credibility in general, like the type of credibility the president needs, right? Even the president, he a billionaire, right? But he needs certain credibility, like during election season. This is why he get on interviews with everybody, or he speak in front of cities. It's because he's getting social proof or credibility. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna get into next, because it's just universal. If I talk about some shit that only I like, the channel won't be niche, because I don't fuck with that much stuff. But if I focus on just universal stuff, then it'll grow. So we're going to branch into financing next. And then once y'all get y'all finances in order and y'all credibility straight, then y'all can do whatever y'all want in the world. But you gotta get that first. This is why people go to certain schools. They don't just pick a random school. It's because that school has certain credibility. It's why certain people they want to get certain jobs at certain places, because that's a referral, that's credibility. With that, you can do anything. And I'm not just talking about jobs. I gave you the presidential example first, then I gave you the job version. But the business version, right, will be like how Mark Zuckerberg, he's a billionaire, but he's still trying to wear like cool looking jackets or change his image up, because his PR know you gotta win the public, and to do that you gotta be credible, and that don't have nothing to do with money. All right, so I did that. Oh, I gotta do my knees and my shins. So after I help y'all get the financing and credibility live, right? I'm gonna do all this shit live. Then I'm gonna start consulting everybody, like, and all of y'all with that financing and that credibility, obviously y'all gonna have your own industries, your own businesses. The financing and the credibility is just to help y'all do that. Alright. Now I just gotta do my shins. I don't like the equipment at the gym touching my skin. So that's why I'm moving like that. But I'm not so much of a pretty boy. You see I'm on the ground. I ain't on like one of them yoga mats. You get what I'm saying? But I did wipe that area down with alcohol before I started. Alright. So we about to start these sit-ups. I'm gonna do 100 jumping jacks first, so warm up. Then I'm gonna get right into it. I did 10 extra. See, I'm always consistent, but at the same time, I'm always doing extra. I'm an extra individual. Hey, bruh, don't tell me it started glitching. Hopefully, it don't glitch no more. God damn. Because I'm going to have to start over. Hey, let me know if in the chat you see it glitching. Type a 1 in the chat if it's like glitching, like back and forth between off camera and on camera, or could you like see everything? Just press a 1 if it's not glitching. All right, fuck it. If it is glitching, I don't care, bro. This is the beginning of this shit. I'm gonna just do this shit regardless. Give me 1 second. I need about like 30 seconds to go to the incline machine. But give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, Cash? We about to get this cash right now. Hey, how you doing? All right, we here. We about to set that timer so we can get right to it. Y'all see it? It's at an incline, bruh. So I'm not stopping all the way down, and I'm not stopping at the top. It's the highest it can go. You see, it's even tilting. It's not even supposed to go that high. Everybody else doing regular sit-ups, like all the world records and shit. They do like regular sit-ups. All right, so where we at? So we got the timer. Let me see. So we at 52. So this should be stopping at like 102, 40 seconds, right? So let's just say 103. So I'm gonna start in like 10 more seconds. All right, let's go. I'm gonna do like 100 to 200 more. That's 510. I was supposed to do 300. All right, that's how you execute. So, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That might have been a world record.